Now, I'm sure most of you knew this one had to be coming sooner or later. Madonna. Now, this is not a complete collection, of course. You know, that's just the thing of this, right?
Right. I mostly got into remix vinyl for Madonna.
Yeah, and, you know, I think you have some albums on CD.
Yeah, I got most of the other stuff on CD.
Right. So, in terms of vinyl, you know, because I don't know if she's had a remix album out at this point. I mean, it has been, I'm trying to think, was it been 35 years since she came out? 35, around that. So, yeah, in those years, she hasn't had a real big remix album, per se, except one that's actually in here, but we'll get into that in a minute. But there's all kinds of 12-inchers out there, and we're going to start with one. This is from her album Like a Virgin, I believe, isn't it?
Angel, yeah.
Right. And I got a copy of this because she had two. And this also features Into the Groove from Desperately Seeking Susan, which was the first movie she actually appeared in. And
one of her better movies.
Yes, I know. There's always that kind of cliche about the Madonna movies, you know, all being Titanic films, you know, without insensitivity, just big destructive disasters. But, you know, I mean, if it doesn't work in the movies, you know, this is the lady, her real visual talent is definitely the video. Like Michael Jackson, that's where she shines. And remixes, generally she's absolutely amazing with them. And here's another one from her first album, Borderline. This is a 12-inch and 45. I usually see them on 33.
Yep, some of them actually are on 45.
And you got Borderline, New Mixin', Lucky Star, New Mix.
This came from Dr. Records here in Bangor.
Yeah, he has a lot of good 12-inchers. And that, I think, wasn't that the last single from her first album?
Yes.
Sound Like a Virgin coming out. Here we are, Causing a Commotion from Who's That Girl?
Also, not a bad Madonna movie.
Yep, we want to emphasize a lot, you know, check them out for yourself. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. But, you know, there's a lot of ways to appreciate what Madonna does. Let's put it that way. This is Causing a Commotion, Silver Screen, Dub Mix. There's going to be a lot of 12-inchers because of the remixes. Jimmy Jimmy is an LP version, but you get the movie mix. Dress You Up, maxi single.
Yes, I first got introduced to this because this was like the version that she used on her music video for it.
Really? So there's a video mix on this?
Yeah. The formal mix.
Interesting. Because, you know, Janet Jackson did one like that. I think we discussed that, where she had the control video mix. Because sometimes they make special ones for the choreography they do in videos or for visuals or whatever.
Produced by Nile Rodgers.
Nile Rodgers, yeah, he really hit his major cash cow with Madonna. And Keep It Together. This was the source of an interesting little thing. Actually, that was another song, but Keep It Together was. This was a single that came from her album Like a Prayer, I believe.
Promo copy.
Promo copy of the album. A lot of remixes on this one. A lot of remixes on this one. This is from 1990. And this is the song I was thinking of. I was listening to it one day and said, my goodness, Lady Gaga's Born This Way is basically the same song, and they've actually mashed them up, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think they performed it together too, didn't they?
There was one song that Madonna sang Lady Gaga's version of the song.
And you have this on CD, I believe, too.
Yes,
this
I do.
Single. And this has a 12-inch remixes, a 7-inch remix edit, the LP version, and Churchapella.
Yeah, a cappella. Sound like it's done at a church.
Yep. Madonna lost a Pepsi commercial off this video. You know. And here we are, Like a Virgin. Yep. 1984. This was the one Nile Rodgers did with her.
Full album.
Material Girl, Angel, Dress You Up, Like a Virgin. You know, this was just the album that really broke her. You know, this was the album that really broke her over the edge and had a bunch of ladies dressing like her and made her an MTV queen. And Like a Virgin, 12-inch.
12-inch single. The extended version.
Extended dance mix. And just the regular version to stay on the B-side. Okay. A little later here. Papa Don't Preach, 12-inch. think 1986 probably this came out. Yep.
It has the extended version.
Yep. As the LP version of Pretender, but it has the extended mix.
Yeah, it's 84/86, so it would have been 86.
Because Pretender's on like a version, so that's probably why they put 84. True Blue. Didn't you say there's a blue vinyl of this?
There is a blue version of this on vinyl floating around, yes.
Now, that blue vinyl, that would be like a transparent or an opaque?
It's transparent.
It's probably a bit of a grail, huh?
Yeah.
This has a hype sticker, though. You get this new?
I did.
Still has some of the shrink on it.
Still has the shrink.
Yeah, Papa Don't Preach, Open Your Heart. True Blue is on this. And there's a poster?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Yep. Everybody who's seen Madonna knows that image very, very, very well. It's basically the album cover. And if you have the CD version, that's the way the CD gatefold opens up. Well, at least on my version it does. Okay, remember we talked about remixes earlier out there? This is the closest thing she had to a remix album. It's basically a dance mix album.
I originally had this on CD, and then once again, Dr. Record had this in stock.
Now, the vinyl doesn't, but the CD, if I recall, is all on one track, right?
I think there's breaks in between the tracks on the CD.
Yeah, but this is like a dance mix.
This is a dance mix, yeah.
And they, I think there's kind of a flow between them, though, if I recall. This isn't an import, I don't think, right?
No.
It just has like what looks like an Obi strip.
Yeah, I thought it was an Obi strip, but it's not.
And this is some 85, 7, something like that. 87. So yeah, this was yeah. So of course, there are a few records that are going to be missing from this. This is a Sire label.
Standard Sire.
No big deal. There's some albums missing. The first one, the black and white cover, with Holiday and all that on it, Like a Prayer. And I'm sure there's just a number of 12 inches out there.
Yeah, there's many more 12 inches that I don't have.
But you get a lot of these when they were new, right?
Yes. Yep,
But
12 inches
I just remember in that time you couldn't keep a 12-inch Madonna record in stock in a store. It was like Michael Jackson. They were the mega artists of their time. These things just went like hotcakes, So you found them, you get. And yard sales frequently have them because people get doubles or whatever. But that's what we have for Madonna. There's a lot of 12 inches there. So as always, enjoy your music. Peace.
Peace.